Hey everybody, this is Tina with Life of the Piedmont. Welcome back to my kitchen. I am in here today bringing you another wonderful recipe. This is a pie, and this is part of an open collaboration hosted by Leanne over at the Mennonite Farmhouse. And this pie I thought would be perfect with spring here. Woohoo! We're all happy for spring. And I thought, well, with spring here and the coming fruits, especially strawberries, are coming into play, I thought we'd do up a strawberry jello pie. That is a no-bake pie, to be honest with you. It is one of the easiest, most delicious pies you'll ever have, and the whole crowd that you have will wow over it. And this is the perfect pie to take to a potluck, to a church function, or just to have at Easter time, or even outdoors during the hot summer months, just to feel like that refreshing coolness it brings. So let's get started. I'm going to go over the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. Now, I'm going to tell you before I get started with everything, the noise that you're hearing is my water boiling. So you're going to need 1 graham cracker crust. The reason I bought this is because it was actually cheaper than it was for me to buy graham crackers and make my own crust. You're going to need some strawberries diced. You're going to need 1 box of 3-ounce strawberry flavored gelatin. You're going to need about 8 ounces of whipped cream. Again, buying the Cool Whip was cheaper than buying the cream and making my own. But if you have cream at home, then that's what you can use and make your own, or you can go out and buy it. And then you're going to need 1 cup of ice in here, and then some extra strawberries for garnish. The first thing you're going to do is get your jello. You're going to open it up, and to that you're going to add 2/3 of a cup of boiling water, which I have here. And you are going to stir and whisk until the gelatin becomes completely dissolved. This process usually takes about 2 minutes to whisk together and make sure everything is dissolved. So if you want, you can set a timer or just kind of estimate the time that you're stirring. You just want to get everything nice and dissolved in here. Okay, once you're done whisking this, you're going to add in your 1 cup of ice, and you are going to continue to whisk until all the ice cubes are completely melted. This should take just a couple minutes here, not very long. Once all the ice is melted, you're going to actually just set this aside, and you're going to let it sit at room temperature for approximately 10 minutes. And I would, at this point in time, get my timer out and start timing it. And what will happen is, this is just about melted. What will happen is that as it sits at room temperature, this should start to thicken up on you. So I do believe that is all melted. Getting out Grandma's timer, and we are gonna set it for 10 minutes right there and let it do its magic. Well, our 10 minutes is up, and you can see how thick this has already become. So now what we're gonna do is, with that being said, we are gonna go ahead and take our whipped cream. Remember, this is 8 ounces of whipped cream. I actually bought a big container of it, and then I just weighed this out and got my 8 ounces. And we are gonna whisk this together. Let's get that whisked in here. You want to make sure you get it all the white combined with the jello. think I did that. Now to that, we are gonna come back in with our spatula. And then I have 1.5 cups of chopped strawberries, and we are going to fold this into the mixture. And when I say fold, we're not gonna stir it. We're gonna take our spatula and fold it over, because you don't want to lose any of that air that you've created in the Cool Whip there when you're whisking it. That's what makes it nice and fluffy, is when you incorporate the air. So we're gonna fold that in. I think we're good there. Yep. Now, guys, everything I bought today was truly on sale. So I know that this is a really inexpensive pie to make. Like the crust, I think I paid maybe $3 for it. And I know that if I wanted to make my own crust, then I would, you know, the box of graham crackers would be more than that. The whipped cream was, you know, $2 and some change. And I know how much cream is. But anyhow, once you have all of this folded together, we're going to start spooning it into our pie crust. It is a graham cracker pie crust. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? Or is that just me? I want to eat it right now. Have you ever done one of these no-bake Jello pies? I'd like to know. Leave me a comment below. I'd really like to know whether or not you've ever tried one of these or made one yourself. So we are gonna just, doesn't that just look beautiful? Smooth it around. It's gonna be nice. And then we will go ahead and refrigerate this for up to 3 hours until it sets. And then you can garnish it. Like I diced up some extra strawberries, so we'll garnish it with that. And then when you serve it, you can add some extra strawberries on top and some whipped cream. What do you think, friends? Isn't that beautiful? So let's get this in the refrigerator and let that sit up. All right, so that is all done. There's nothing more left for me to do except for taste test it when it's firm. But because I have this, I am gonna taste a little bit. Boy, is that tasty. Oh, it's gonna be so good. This is the most perfect spring pie. Perfect. It's nice, it's refreshing. You can make this in season when your strawberry are in season in your area. Ours will be here soon. I know it's March, but I know there's certain different areas that, you know, get their strawberries a little earlier than we do. I will be back because I am gonna try this with you. Stick around. I think our pie has sat enough, or is that right? Yeah, I think it's set up just fine for right now to at least allow me to get the video done and to give a little taste test with you. But first, I needed to grab the whipped cream. Doesn't it look beautiful? All right, there we go. Look at that, yum. Now, what I was going to do, I was going to come in here with some of the strawberries and just give it a nice little garnish. It doesn't have to be fancy, but just a nice little garnish on here of strawberries. Just like so. And then you can always just get some extra whipped cream and just put it right there on the top of that. And add one more strawberry. And there you go. Isn't that just beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Now the fun part comes. We get to try it. I'm hoping it's pretty set, but I'm not going to take a big piece. We're just going to take a little sliver, because I still have to have my supper for one. Just want to show you what that looks like. There's strawberries in there. There we go. And we are going to put just a little bit of whipped cream on here. And we'll put a little strawberry on top too. And let's take a bite of this. Mind you, there are strawberries inside here too. If you remember, I cut some strawberries up, chopped them up, and put it in there. So let's take a bite. That is so refreshing. Perfect for spring. Perfect for summer. Perfect for a gathering. Friends, this is so delicious. And I'm gonna have a bigger slice tonight after supper. That is just terrific. Anyhow, there you go. There is my pie for the pie collaboration. Thanks, Leanne, for hosting. I appreciate you, and I hope that you will try this pie out come springtime for Easter, or during the summer, potluck, church gathering, wherever you go, or just to have it at home for your family. So until my next video, we'll see you again. Bye, everyone.